Trouble for Hillary Clinton. The investigation into those private emails now heating up. The Democratic presidential hopeful agreeing to hand over that private email server she kept while Secretary of State to the Justice Department now. So let's get right to ABC's Jon Karl joining us now from Martha's Vineyard, where the president is vacationing. John, good morning.
Good morning, David. For months, Hillary Clinton has resisted Republican efforts to get her to turn over that email server she used as Secretary of State. Now, in a surprising development, she is doing just that.
Hillary Clinton has now agreed to turn over to the Justice Department the private email server she used as Secretary of State. The move is a sign the investigation into the handling of classified information in Mrs. Clinton's emails has entered a new and potentially more serious phase. Sources familiar with the investigation tell ABC News that at least 2 of the emails sent by Mrs. Clinton included information classified as top secret. In an interview on Fox News, GOP frontrunner Donald Trump accused Mrs. Clinton of breaking the law with her use of private email.
Did she commit a crime? Yes. Will they prosecute it? Perhaps no.
Trump's momentum shows no sign of waning. In his first campaign stop since last week's debate, Trump packed the House in Michigan.
Ladies and gentlemen, President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Trump remains as confident and defiant as ever.
Leading in Iowa, leading in New Hampshire, leading everywhere.
The Donald is still riding high in the polls, predicting he'd win over virtually every key voting demographic.
I think we're going to do very well with a lot of votes. We're going to do very well with the Hispanic vote. We're going to do great with the women vote.
But 538.com polling guru Nate Silver, who correctly predicted all 50 states in the 2012 presidential election, declares that Trump will not win the nomination, noting that nearly 60% of Americans still have an unfavorable opinion of him.
As for Jeb Bush, in a speech at the Reagan Library last night, he hit back at Hillary Clinton on foreign policy, saying Mrs. Clinton shares the blame for the rise of ISIS in Iraq, accusing her of abandoning the country while she was Secretary of State. But David, noticeably absent in that speech, no mention by Jeb Bush of his brother, former President George W. Bush, and his decision to go to war in Iraq in the first place.
All right, Jon Karl with us live this morning. No question the race heating up.
It certainly is.